collector, and I happened to run into this painting here at the flea market, and I didn't know nothing about it, but I researched it, and I found out that this is Yatanabon, a Burmese painter, Mansu, Yatanabon Mansu, a Burmese painter, and found out that this painting is very rare due to the fact that the writing on here says Chinese man, and he labeled this Chinese man, and when I did the research, there isn't no Chinese man found. What they have been found, it was the Chinese old man, and this painter actually painted the Chinese working people that were in the part of Burma, and so he wrote on this one, the Chinese man, depicting that this is probably his first painting of a Chinese man. And then later on, he added old man. So most of the old man paintings probably came after this one here painting. And this one here painting is probably one of his first. And as you can see, it's a water-based plus paint color. It's a mix of both. And it's very old and very well preserved, and you can tell by the sides how old it is, the burn sides. And what's real good thing about this is that the painting is so well made, and he was a very good painter, and he did very good work. And they're looking for paintings like this, especially rare. And on the back, you can see that you can't touch it because the paper just crumbles because of its age, and it's got a little mark here, so you won't tamper with it. And it's a very, very well-preserved item. Yatanabon Mansu, one of his probably his early 30s paintings right here. I am very happy I found this to preserve history. Here on my right hand, we have a Japanese painting, and this one I found also. I found it at the Goodwill, and this here painting is a reproduction, which was reproduced in the late 1930s, and it's actually produced by the museum in Japan. The museum in Japan reproduced this block print. This is what this is called. And
just lean it forward and it'll fall out.
And this here block print is certified by Japan here in this corner. And this corner right here, you'll be able to see in a minute. I'll show you in a minute. That's a close-up. But it has a stamp right here from the Museum of Japan. This depicts the story of this gentleman, Kabuki actor. And it tells the story right here. This was originally made in 1794. And it was reproduced in the early 1817 by a master named Kuniyoshi. And after 100 years, 100 so much years, most of these items were destroyed and were not found. They were destroyed by the earthquake or by other disasters. And so the Japanese museum decided to redo the block painting because they still had the master blocks. The master blocks were in the museum, and they reproduced this one more time in the late 1930s. After the 1930s, the war destroyed the blocks, and there was no way of remaking the way they made it in the early days. This is one of the, besides the museum having their own, this is the only one known block print of this gentleman here that has survived. And it is very well preserved, and you than this on the web or anywhere else. And it does have some hair in the wind right here that you can see as you move the light around, because the originals, right, had the imprints on them. And if you find an original, you'll know that there's some hair right here coming off his right in the wind. This block painting here, very well preserved, very well detailed. And if you decide to look up this gentleman, you won't find nothing better than this museum quality block print. And so I'm grateful to finding this and saving history one more time.